Jai Ho, my dear students. I am Ratnakar Suryavanshi from SK Public School. In the last class, we have completed the third concept in the French Revolution, and mainly there we learnt about Jacobin society and its leader Robespierre, and Reign of Terror we learnt of 1793 and 94. It was considered as the Reign of Terror, Robespierre's ruling period. And then we learnt France, directory rules. France, how the directory was set up, then what happened, who raised because of the failure of directory, dictator, military dictator emerged. Who was that military dictator? Napoleon Bonaparte. So about him later we can study. Now we will learn about the fourth concept in the French Revolution, that is, did women have a revolution? Did women have a revolution? Right? So the answer is women had a revolution. Women had a revolution. Why? We will learn here how women had a revolution, how they involved. See, right from the beginning, women also actively participated in the events which had brought important changes in the French society. I mean, whatever the important changes were brought by the various events in France, in all those events, women actively participated. They very actively participated. Why they actively participated? Because they felt that our participation in these events, in this revolution, would improve their status in the society. On this belief, on this thought, they hoped or they participated in the revolution or in the various events or in the various revolutionary events. They took part. They felt that their lives may improve because the new government would take, revolutionary government would take some good steps for the improvement of the lives of the women. So because of that, they involved in the various events in France which had brought important changes in the French society. And see, women worked as in various sectors, which means especially the women of the third estate. Women of the third estate, they carried their life by working. By working, they carried their life. See, what are the works women of the third estate did here? They worked as seamstresses or laundresses, as well as women sold flowers, as well as vegetables, as well as fruits in the market, as well as they worked as the domestic servants in the houses of prosperous people. They worked as domestic servants, housemaids in the houses of the prosperous people in France. And see, most women did not have access to education. Most women did not have access to education. Only the daughters of nobles, had access to education and for job training. And even see here one more point, that women from the prosperous societies, women from the noble communities, noble families, they used to get education through the convents. After that, after getting education in the convents, their families used to arrange a marriage for those women of the nobility or the noble classes or the noble section of the France. And working women, here about working women, see, working women also, they had responsibility even to take care of their families. How? Like, see, cooking food, as well as fetching water, as well as taking care of their children, and queue up in a line for bread. These all works women had to do with working outside. So this was the responsibility of the women at that time. And see, the wage of the women was less comparing to the men in the France. The salary of the women was less than men in France. I mean, there was no equality. And say, in order to discuss and to voice their interest, what women did to interest and to voice, to fulfill their demands, women had started various political clubs in France, as well as they had started newspapers. About 60 women's club, about 60 women's club came up in different cities of the France. 60 women's club was set up in different cities of the France. The most, say, the Society of Revolutionary and Republican Women, the Society of Revolutionary and Republican Women, it was the most famous women's club at that time. And one of the most important demand of the women was that they wanted the same political rights as men. They wanted to enjoy the same political rights as men enjoying at that time. I mean, right to vote, right to contest in the elections, etc. So they wanted same political rights as men who wanted women. This was their main important demand at that time. And women were disappointed that the Constitution of 1791 made women, considered women as passive citizens. What? Passive citizens. I mean, no right to vote. No right to vote, no political rights. So, women were considered as passive citizens by the Constitution of 1791. New Constitution was drafted by the National Assembly. Through that, constitutional monarchy was established in France. That constitution considered or made women only as passive citizens of the France, and that's why they demanded the right to vote. Women demanded the right to vote, and as well as to be contested in the elections, to be elected to the assembly and hold political positions, hold political office. Only then they would, their interest be represented in the new government. So that's why they demanded for what? When they were considered as passive citizens by the 1791 Constitution, they demanded for political rights like right to vote, right to be elected to the assembly, right to hold political positions in the French government. Why? Because they thought that only if we get the political rights, our interest may represent in the society, our interest may get fulfilled by the new government. Because of that, they wanted political rights in France. And say, in the early years, the revolutionary government introduced various schemes, various plans to improve the lives of the women in France. Revolutionary government brought various steps, measures to improve the lives of the women. Then which are those here? Together with the creation of state schools, I mean, government only established schools in the France, and schooling was made compulsory to the girls. Schooling means education was compulsory to all the girls. This system was also brought by the law, was also brought by the revolutionary government in France to improve the lives of the women, and their interests could be protected. I mean, the interest of the women could be protected, which means their marriage was made into a contract, into freely and registered through a civil law, registered in the civil law. I mean, marriage was made legal, and even women were not allowed to be forced by their fathers or by their parents or by their families for the unwilling marriages or to the forced marriages. Forcibly, no women could get married. So this law was also brought, and marriage was brought as legal. It was registered in the civil law, under the civil law, and divorce was also made legal. Both, and could be applied for both men and women for the divorce, and women could now train themselves for the jobs, and they could do, or they could become artists, as well as they could become small business women. I mean, they could run some small businesses in France. So this way the changes were brought in the lives of the women. But women struggle for the political rights. I mean, even though there were changes, there were improvements in the lives of the women, but the question was about political right to vote, right to be elected in the France, right to get political positions in the French government. This was kept question mark. No government fulfilled these demands of the women. So their struggle for the political rights, however, continued. And see, during the reign of the terror, I mean during the rule of the Robespierre, what happened? New government issued laws ordering the closure of women's clubs, as well as banning their political activities. Robespierre's government, what it did, it banned the political clubs of the women, as well as political activities of the women were also banned, not allowed in France during the time of reign of terror. Then many prominent women were arrested. Many important leaders of the women's society were arrested in France, and some of them were executed. Some of them were hanged in France during the time of reign of terror. And women's movement for voting or for voting rights and equal wages continued through the next 200 years. I mean, in the France, women's movement for right to vote and equal wage was continued for the next 200 years in many countries of the world, including France. The movement of the women for right to vote and for the equal wages, this was continued in the whole world for the next 200 years, including France. Then what happened? Then the movement of the women was turned. It was turned into an international suffrage movement. It was turned into an international suffrage. Suffrage means voting. International right to vote movement. So this was started. Then during this movement, international suffrage movement was started in the 19th and the early 19th. In the 19th and in the early 20th century, this movement was prominently, it worked actively. And then recently, women in France got right to vote. Recently means in 1946. In 1946, women in France got right to vote. So this is about, did women have a revolution? Yes, women had a revolution. How women worked, how they had participated, what they did, what was their struggle, how they actively participated in the political rights movement or in the international suffrage movement. About all these things we learned here. Thank you. Jai Hind.